And yes, I think it is easier to see when you can see when it has happened before, and what this is descended from in history. Because no longer respecting election results isn't just about messing with elections themselves. It's about a different kind of governance, a different kind of power. If they do not want your vote to determine who is in power, that means they don't want to have to use power to try to meet your needs. I'll say that one more time. If they do not want it to be your vote that determines who is in power, it means that they don't want to have to use power to try to meet your needs, to try to earn your vote. Yes, this is about messing with elections. Yes, this is about minority rule instead of majority rule. But fundamentally, basically, at its very simplest level, this is the big thing that history tells us about, right? This is the thing that is easier to see in other countries than in our own. But this is a very simple thing. It is about separating power from the preferences of the people, and instead just ruling over the people by force for their own purposes and to meet their own needs instead of the needs of the people. If you are trying to get and hold power by force and intimidation and not because the people want you there, that doesn't end well for anyone. Not just in history, not just as a political abstraction, but in terms of how we live and what the prospects are for our families, right? What are the prospects for you and for your future and for your kids and for their future? Whether or not you care about how it's gone in history. Whether or not you care about how it's gone in history when the antecedents to these folks got in power. Whether or not you care about majority rule or minority rule as concepts, whether you care at all about the isms at the heart of all of these discussions. This is about your life. In a very practical, everyday sense, if there is a party that is trying to cast doubt on elections as the way we choose who's in power, it means they want to stay in power regardless of elections. They want to stay in power without your consent and without your ability to remove them, which means they do not want to serve you.